Now that I just went through the whole spiel about the boat and how I think we should get rid of it if we let it sit on the dock and collect algae, and nobody heard me. It's kind of like being at home. So, other than that this week, really nothing. The weather wasn't that great. This is probably the first year, and I can't tell you how many years that we didn't go to the Oktoberfests. We usually go, and the weather wasn't cooperating. My son and his girlfriend were in Pittsburgh for her brother's wedding, and my daughter was kind of getting ready to have some electrical work done in her house, so she was not too eager to go. I don't know what is wrong. I'm watching this camera go in and out, dark and light. Don't know. Have to get my technical advisor over here to check it out. So I'm trying to think what else was going on this week. Really nothing much. Nothing I can think of. Went out to dinner a couple times with some friends. That was about it. Spent quite a bit of time in my room here, playing, creating, trying to, it's one of those things when you're on, and when you're off, you're off. So I was on my game yesterday, and as I was creating one card, another one was coming to my mind, and so I just kept going. And thank God for Hallmark, I just kept watching movie after movie after movie and creating. So that was my yesterday, and I'm trying to think. We went and saw Lion King on Saturday. I've seen it 3 times now. But that was what my daughter wanted to do for her birthday. Her birthday's this weekend. So we went to Playhouse Square and we saw Lion King, and it's just as wonderful as it was before. It amazes me how they transform people into animals. The giraffes, I love the giraffes. I kept telling my husband, he kept putting his leg out in the aisle, and I said, you know what, if you keep doing that, a giraffe is going to sit on your lap, because they come right down the aisles onto the stage. So it was really nice. The first time we saw it was long time ago. My daughter was a freshman in high school, and she's been out of college for 10 years. So it's been a long time. And we saw it in Toronto. And, I think it was just coming out then, and it was really good, really good. So if you get a chance to see it, go see it. Especially if you got kids. They'll be amazed. So we did that Saturday night and had dinner and went out for dessert. And that was that. So that's about it. What everybody else do this weekend? Everybody have fun? Get to relax? Yeah? No? We went on a picnic today. My nephew has a picnic every year. That would be Jenny's stepson. And so we went to that and saw everybody. So that was good. Good food, as usual. Somebody makes some kind of pierogi lasagna that is just awesome. It's just really good. Love to get that recipe. So that was about it. What do we got going this week? Don't forget the paper pumpkin. If you want to get the September kit, which is the Halloween treats boxes, the 20 treat boxes, you have to subscribe by September 10th. So if you're interested in that, go on to my website, sapphirepapercrafts.com, and click on the link for a paper pumpkin. Or you can go right on Stampin' Up! And go to lindasabraski.stampinup.net, and you can go right on there and sign up for paper pumpkin. So it's going to be a real cute one. It's going to be all Halloween-y stuff. Let's see, what else? let's see. I have a card class coming up. Let me flip down so you can see my little flyer here. So it's going to be on September 22nd at noon. Again, at my daughter's house. It's just easier because she has an open floor plan. I do not. Her house may be older than mine, but it's bigger and more open. I got nothing but doorways and halls. So again, it will be $10, which I don't think I put on here. No, I did not. $10 to make 4 cards. But if you bring a friend, you receive a free gift. And if you place an order, the class is free. So that is coming up on September 22nd. So if you are interested, please send me a email or a text message or something, or call me and let me know you're interested. I'll be putting this out on Facebook, so you can do the Facebook invite thing. Hi, Linda Barkus. How are you? I have not seen you in years. I met Linda at a crop that Lisa Brown, my upline, and I have. And Linda makes, I don't even know what you call them. They are the cutest little die-cut pieces, parts. I don't know. She made me little bears with little fires. And let's see, what did she call? She says she moved from Ohio and paper piercings. That's what she called them. So that was they're adorable. They were adorable. The little bear was just awesome. So let's see what else. Starting September 4th. Remember, we have the new catalog coming out. The Creativity Holiday Catalog is coming out. I still cannot show you the inside. I can only show you the front. If you did not get a catalog, let me know and I will get one in the mail to you. If you need an annual catalog also, I can get one of those in the mail to you if you don't have one. But this is coming out September 4th. So what are we talking? Tuesday? Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll get you a catalog. Also, on September 4th through the end of the month, Stampin' Up! Is doing their, they've been doing it for the last couple of years. I don't want to say it's annual because I don't know if they'll keep doing it. But it is buy 3, get 1 free designer series papers. And it is select papers. And it is, let's see, Perennial Essence, See a Silhouette, Come Sail Away, Magnolia Lane, Garden Lane, Follow Your Art, Woven Threads, Dino Roar Designer, that's the one we used last week or the week before, Bird Ballad, and Pressed Petals. So I will be posting this also on my website, so you can take a look at this list. So if you want to order anything, go online and place an order, but it is buy 3, get 1 free. And that is till the end of September. And I think that's all we have. Of course, here, let's flip back so you don't see my mess on my desk right now. Of course, if you, if you want to join my team, please let me know. And, we can do it online and we can do it together if you need to. But we would have a lot of fun. So think about it. It is $125 worth of product for $99 plus free shipping. So the special that we had for August is over, but that is the normal price for joining is $99 and $125 worth of product. So that's that. After last week's video, somebody had asked me if I would go over two-step stamping. how to do two-step stamping. First of all, let me tell you, there's no right or wrong way to do two-step stamping in whatever order you go with your stamps. It's whatever is comfortable for you, whatever you can line up better. There's no, I think it all depends on the stamp. Sometimes I will use the stamp that colors everything first and then put the outline on, and sometimes I do the outline and then put on the coloring. You got to kind of play with it a little bit to see which way goes the best for you. But today we are going to use To a Wild Rose. And you know what? I want to look in my catalog really quick here as I pull cords away. Oh God, please do not let my son see this room. He will have a cow. They're still yelling at me to clean it, but I've been busy. Let's see, page 141. If I am not mistaken, yes, this is To a Wild Rose is, let me flip the camera down, is this stamp set. This stamp set is new. It is in the catalog, this year's catalog. It is two-step stamping, and it is designed by a $1 million sales achiever. And that $1 million sales achiever happens to be Mary Ellen Byler. And Mary Ellen, if I'm not mistaken, is from Ohio. I believe she is an Amish lady in Middlefield. So she is from Ohio, which is where I'm from. So that's wonderful. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe she just got married this summer also. She actually is part of my upline's upline. So I'm kind of in the same family as Mary Ellen. So that's kind of cool. So let's see. All right. So let's get started. All right. And then I will show you some of the cards I made with this set. So I've decided to use gray granite and So Saffron. The colors just kind of went together for me, and I kind of liked them together. So we're going to use a base of gray granite, and I cut this so that it is long ways. So I cut the 11-inch side down at 4 1/4. Okay, and folded it in half, which I didn't do a very good job, but that's okay, it works. And then I took a piece of So Saffron that is 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and I ran it through I threw it up here so I would have it. I ran it through the Stampin' Cut embossing folder, Scripty 3D embossing folder. What the heck? Why does that look like it's got a scratch in it? I don't know what I did. I don't feel a scratch. So this is the folder, and I ran it through this folder to get the script on it. So there it is. Let's see. I gotta try and scroll down here. Hi Christine, how are you? Good to see you. So we've got that. Alright, and then I'm going to do the two-step stamping. I just have a piece of scrap paper here, and in playing with this, I have found, see, look at my mess. I am such a slob when it comes to crafting, but I get in my mojo. Okay, so I have found with this one that doing the outline was easier for me to line everything up. So I did, and obviously I have ink on my fingers because I just got a dab of ink. Just wipe it on the jeans. Okay, So we're going to stamp that. And then I'm going to stamp using the So Saffron. I'm going to stamp the whole coloring of it. But before I stamp it, I'm going to line it up so I know where I'm going with it. Then I'm going to shut this gray granite before I stick my finger in it some more. Okay. So let's see. I got it right on the first time. So I think you can see how that's lining up with the outline. So we're going to go with that. But when I do this, I'm going to stamp off once because I don't want it really dark. So I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to line it up. And you know, sometimes you got to stick your head in the way, and sometimes you got to stand up. But, you know, just line it up the best you can, because, you know what, it kind of makes it a little watercolory if you go over the lines and things. So, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Now, this is the third part of this. This is going to give us, as you can see on this one, the darker image on here. This one's a little harder to line up. So let's see if I can get this. You kind of find a... Like this one, I've been going on this right here and trying to line up using that. And that seems to be working. You know, try and find an edge. And this one I'm going to go full strength. So let's see if I can line that up. And there you go. So I'm going to do it one more time, just so everybody can see exactly how I did this. So we're going to get our gray granite out again and ink this up. And again, I'm going to try and put that little edge thing up towards the top. Okay. And these are photopolymer stamps, so remember, it's good if you get your rubber mat underneath it to give it a little cushion. So let's see, do I have that right? Yes, I do. So let's ink this up, and we're going to stamp off. And then we're going to stamp, line it back up. Just kind of try and see. And stamp that down. And then, let's see. I think it was this way. Was it this way? Yeah. But now really, if you're doing something like this and you've got a lot of them to do, the best way to go would be with your Stamparatus. If you don't have a Stamparatus and you don't know what a Stamparatus is, I'm going to show you. I have to get the dog fur off. Excuse me. So I'm going to show you the case because it's on the floor and, you know, my dog. So this is a Stamparatus. And it comes with 2 plates. All right. And so what you can do, these plates come off. And there's a foam pad underneath here, and you can get some of these little papers, and it comes with magnets. And so what you would do is you would put your, let's take one of my scraps here. You could put your scrap in here wherever, you know, you decide you want it. Okay? Put your magnet on. And then what you would do is you could put, say, the outline on here, okay? And then you will ink it up, push down, and you'll have your outline. And then you've got a second plate, so you could put the second one on here. Make sure it's all lined up. And what you would do is you would first stamp, put your outline down. Put your plate down, let it pick it up. It'll stick to this plate. Okay? Ink it up, stamp it down. Then go to your next stamp. Without any ink on the stamp, align it. When you get it aligned perfectly, put it down, pick it up on here, and then stamp, and you can go down. And then if you have a third, then what you can do is take one of these plates, doesn't matter which one, flip it over, okay, and again, take your third stamp, line it up, put it down, pick it up, ink it up, and go down. So now when you've got all three stamps on these plates, if you're making, say, a lot of these roses, then you just have to keep switching the papers and lining them up exactly how you lined them up before. And it comes with two very, very strong magnets. And I will tell you, if these things get near each other, they attach to each other and sometimes they shatter. So you have to be very careful with them. But very easy. You just go down, and then if you even want to go down on the paper here, you just pick this plate up and you can move it down and go and do the same thing and flip it around. So it makes it very, very easy when you're doing. I use this a lot when I'm doing like a lot of cards, the same type, maybe just different colors, or especially Christmas cards. When I'm doing my Christmas cards, I definitely use that. So we stamped 2 more flowers, and this set does come with a set of dies. So I have already cut out one that I did before, and then it's got some leaves, and we can go ahead and do the leaves, and let me show you how I did those. So the leaves, again, I found it was better if I stamped the outline first, and I'm stamping this in Old Olive. So I stamped, and we'll just stamp another one. And then there's actually two insides for this. I did not use both of them. I only used the outside and one of the insides because I didn't want it real dark. Okay, again, stamping off and then just lining up the leaves. That's why they have these as photopolymers, because you can see through the dies to line them up. And then there's also a die for the leaves also. So what we're going to do, I've cut some leaves out. We're going to bring back our gray granite and our So Saffron, and I'm going to attach this to the gray granite, but first I wanted to make a little bow with the Whisper White polka dot tulle ribbon. I love this ribbon. I like to make double bows with it, but I'm not going to bore you with that today because I got to wrap it all around my fingers and everything. So I'm just going to wrap it around the outside, and it's kind of stretchy because it's tulle. So I'm going to tie a little knot, and then I'm going to make a little bow, maybe. And you can see I've left this attached to the spool. And the reason I've done that is so that I can cut off just what I need and it's not too long, too short. There we go. Another thing too, I suggest when you're working with ribbon, any type of ribbon, get yourself a good pair of snips. Stampin' Up! has really nice snips that are good for ribbon and paper. But you know, paper dulls scissors. So I would suggest you have 2 pairs of snips. One, tie a little ribbon around it and use that for strictly ribbon. So they stay nice and sharp and you can cut the ribbon. And then, you know, have your other one, your paper snips, for other things. Hi Kelly, hi Lisa. I'm just catching up on comments here again. So here we go. So I just put that little ribbon on. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to adhere this, and I'm going to use my snail adhesive. Don't ask me why they call it snail. Somebody said because it goes slow. I have no idea. All I know is it sticks, and that's all I need. So there's that. Okay, and then I am going to dimensional up my flower. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's good. That'll work. And I'm going to use my white dimensionals and not my black dimensionals. And as you can see, I screwed this up because I stamped on the back of it. So that's why paper has 2 sides. So when you screw something up, you can fix it. So I'm just going to take these off. And yes, I still have my trash can next to me down here. Thank God my husband empties it for me. Only problem is I think he threw my eraser away. Actually, I think I dropped it in the trash. I told him, I said, from now on when you empty my trash, you need to go through it and make sure there's nothing in there. Because they were making fun of me because I bought another one. When I get ink on my fingers and then get them on the card, I use the old-fashioned sand eraser or ink eraser that we used to use long time ago before they came out with erasable ink, which I don't even know if they use that anymore. And a lot of times this will get, you know, little dabs off of your paper if you accidentally got some ink on it. So I ordered another one from Amazon because I lost mine. Alright, so let's see. What do I want to do with these leaves? I think I'm going to cut them up a little bit. I think I like that one there. But then I think I'm going to find my snips. And let's see. I think kind of cut that there. Maybe stick that one there. And let's see, I don't know if I want that whole one there either. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is, which way I want to do this. Let's cut this one off first. Yeah. Actually, I think I'm going to cut this one off too. And just have that one. Let's kind of stuff that one in there. So that's where I'm going to put those. And I'm going to put those down with Tombow. Let's see, we'll start up here with this one. So what did everybody do this weekend? I know everybody didn't sit home. Did anybody make it to Blossom for that, the orchestra doing, wasn't it, Star Wars, I think? I know I'd have liked to go on, but we never made it. I don't know what it was a lazy weekend, I think. I really wanted to go see Escape on Friday night at the Oktoberfest, but that didn't pan out either. Which was fine because they were in that inside room, and that room gets too hot. I like it when they're outside. Okay, so there's that. And then I've already stamped a little happy birthday with the Botanical Bliss stamp set. I'm off the camera, can't even see it. And then I die cut this with these dies right here. What are these? These are the stitch nested label dies. So I'm going to dimensional this up also. And just kind of put this in here underneath my little bow. And there's that. And then I think I'm going to add in my little stash here the metallic pearls. And I think I'm going to add the silver ones. Just a couple here and there. With my Take Your Pick tool. Make sure my little rubber thingy is in good shape there. And let's pick one up, and I think I'll put one there, and one there, and maybe one there. How's that? Just to give it a little bling bling. I've been into doing that lately. I've used more sequins lately than I have, and I can't tell you how long. So there's that. And then the inside of the card, let me see, do I have any insides already cut? Oh, here's, I tried using Mango Melody. I used the gray granite, and then I used the So Saffron, and I did not stamp off. And then I tried the Mango Melody, and as you can see, I didn't get it lined up at all. Well, I shouldn't say at all. I went over here. But when you die cut it out, you're not even going to see it, because this is going to die cut off. And then this one, I tried going straight Mango Melody, and it was just way too dark for me. So that's all I did on that one. Oh, and this one I just got a boo-boo. So he went by the wayside too. Let me find a piece of Whisper White here and cut it inside real quick. The inside will be 4 by 5 1/4. Did anybody try to get blades for the trimmer on Tuesday when they went live? I'm just wondering. I was able to get some. I got 3 for sure. I'm not sure. There were all kinds of problems, and I'm not sure if I got just 3 or if I ended up getting 6. It kept saying, I don't know what it kept saying. It kept saying something. I'm out of blocks. And then I have a feeling that it tried my credit card so many times, my American Express, that I think it finally, my American Express said, forget it, we're not even going to try and put this through anymore. Because I kept having to tell it to try again. So, then I switched it and tried to pull it out of my checking account, and I don't know what it was doing. I finally gave up, and then I ended up getting a notice that said that I had an open order and they were going to run it through my credit card and send it to me. So I'm not quite sure what happened, but if anybody was trying to get blades and couldn't, contact me. Maybe we can come to some happy medium there. Okay, so I'm gonna, oh, look at that. Did you just see that boo-boo I made? Yeah, I rocked that stamp. Good thing there's another side. So let's see if I can do it right this time. And I'm doing this, there we go, in the gray granite. So I stamped that, and then you know what I'm going to do? I need my gray granite again. I am going to just stamp in the corner another flower, but I'm going to stamp off the edge of the paper. So I'm going to use my gray granite, and I've got my foam pad under this pad that I'm stamping all over. So I'm going to put that in the corner. And then we're going to go with So Saffron. Sorry to be snapping these stamp pads in your ears, but if I don't snap them, then I tend to end up leaving them open. And I don't want them to dry out. And I don't want to have to re-ink them all the time either, because I'm lazy. Okay, so we stamped that off, and we're going to stamp this So Saffron still in the corner there. And let's see if I can line this one up again. Let's see, this way maybe? No. This way? No. This way? No. Where's my edge? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. I think it's the one I started with. Okay, so we've got that just in the little corner there, just to give it a little bit of something else. And then we're going to use our snail. And attach it to the inside. So, quick and easy, cute birthday card. Maybe I'll give it to my daughter for her birthday. Her birthday's tomorrow. I can't believe I've got a 33-year-old daughter. I'm getting old. So let me show you what I worked on this week. We'll save that to last. So, I was playing with these sets yesterday. So, the first thing I did, I was playing with this, and I did all of them in the gray granite and the So Saffron. I don't know. I was in a yellow day, I guess. So, this is the first one I did. Let me flip over to my OBS so I can see you guys. What I did, so again, I have the gray granite border. I have a matte of So Saffron. And then I took, I'm trying to figure out which one I used. I used one of the folders. That's the lace. That's the lace folder. So I took the lace folder and I inked the folder up. And I'm trying to find it here real quick. So I just took my stamp pad and I opened up the folder and just stamped the one side of it and ran it through my Big Shot. And it pulled the ink then from the one side onto the paper. And it embossed it and inked it. So, and then you can just take either a baby wipe or let's see, which one was that? Yeah, Lace 3D it's called. It's on page 198 in the catalog. So just open up the die or the folder. I'm trying to grab the folder I had before with the scripty. So you just open this up, okay? Take your ink pad, and just take your ink pad and stamp all over, and then put your paper in, fold it up, and slide it through the Big Shot. And it will pick up the color on, and you can do either side depending on, I didn't want a lot of color, so that's why I did not do the other side. Let's see, one's debossed and one's embossed, and I think I'm not sure what side I did. I think I did the debossed side. Anyway, so I did that, and then I did my flowers and my leaves just like we just did. This Blessed is in the stamp set, in the Wild Rose stamp set, and this die is in the stamp set, or in the set of dies also, for this stamp set. Let's see, it's a pretty big die, and it's stitched, so I used that and then kind of covered it up with some of the flowers, and then I thought it kind of got lost, so I inked around the edges with the So Saffron. Put a couple of the diamonds on, and then on the inside, so it says blessed, and it says, and grateful to be your friend. And then this flower and these leaves are also dies for this set. So I just punched those out and glued them onto here. So that was the first card I made. So then I decided that I wanted to use this trellis that also comes in with the set, which is now sliding all over. So this is the trellis here. So I decided I wanted to use that trellis. So again, then I made my flowers, and I stamped True Friendship is one of God's greatest gifts, and I did that in the gray granite, you know, put some leaves around, and then I used our little pearls just to do a little highlight on the card. And then the inside I stamped Blessed to be your friend, and then did the flower in the corner again like we just did. So that was card number 2. Then what I really wanted to do, and realized that I don't have the set, I wanted to do a brick wall. And I wanted to do it in like Cajun craze, and then put the roses on top of that. But I don't have that mask, so I improvised. So what I did is I used the mask on the back of this, and I used the, let's see, shimmery white embossing paste. So what this is there's embossing paste in here, and you can see it, and you have little tools to get it out of there, and you take a mask. Where's my masks? What did I do with my masks? I'm going to have trouble saying that word again. See, I'm terrible. I just kind of throw everything. I have 2 bins right now. One is the holiday catalog bin, and the other one is the annual catalog bin. And I don't know where that mask is, so we will just pull these old ones out from the Sweet Soiree from before. So I took this paste, and I took my silicone mat, I put some paste on, and I put one of the reinkers, which was gray granite I used, but this is what the reinkers look like. And I actually have one for every color. And then I took the mask that had that design on it. I'll just pretend this one is it. And I put it down on my paper, and then I took my little scallop tools. Where's my little scallop tools? trying to show you guys stuff and I don't even know where I put it all. Oh, here's my scallop tools. So I took these little scallop tools and took my paste and, you know, I mixed it all together, and then I just swiped it across my mat. And that's how I got that design on there. I lost the cap to my glue. Was just using the paste and doing that. And you can make that any color you want. Or you can just leave it white. They have that one, and they have, I think, silver embossing paste too. So that was the background of that. And you can see the glitter in it. So I used that on the back, and then I did some more flowers and some more leaves, and then put these little dingies on here, dingies. Let's see, what are they called? I've got all my little dingies right here. Gold faceted gems. And I thought those look really cute on there. And then I put a little bit of lace down here across. And then the inside of the card, again, just did the corner and said, "Happy birthday, may your day be as beautiful as you." So that was card number 3. Oh, don't worry, I was on a roll. So, when I did that paste, I had a little bit left over. You can't let it go to waste. So, then I made this card. This card didn't really start out like this. Okay, so I had this paste and it got like half of the card done. So I thought, okay. So I covered up where I didn't get with a piece of gray granite ribbon. And then cut out this happy birthday using the stitch rectangle dies and did a backing in the gray granite. And then I cut out some of these flowers, and I cut out some leaves with the old olive, and then some of these little poofy flower type things I cut out of the gray granite. And I stuck the flowers down, and I stuck some diamonds in the flowers, and I put the leaves on, and I really didn't like it. So then I added the gray little poofy things, and I really still didn't like it. So then I stuffed the flower on top of it and put another one of the little faceted gems on there. So I think it came out okay. Not one of my best projects, but I think I kind of saved something that was looking pretty bad in the beginning there. And then, again, true friendship is one of God's greatest gifts. Put one of the die cuts in here and a little diamond on there. So that was my 4 cards I played with last night while I was watching Hallmark. And then the other day, I decided I wanted to play with some Halloween, with some Christmas. Really not Christmas, winter. So this is from the Snowman set. And what is he called? He is called Snowman Season. So I stamped him in Memento, and then I took Highland Heather and colored him and used a little, I think that's clover for the tree. And then I wanted to see about this new ice stamping glitter. So, oh, there goes the dog. There must be either a deer or the white kitty in the front yard. So let's see, what else did I use? And then, so then I used, yep, there's that yelling at his little baby. I used the Shimmery Crystal Effects, and I just kind of put that along. And then use the new stamping glitter that's in the catalog. This Crystal Effects, the Shimmer Crystal Effects in this tube, this stamping glitter, and then this Snowfall Accents Puff Paint. I haven't tried this yet. That's all in the holiday catalog. So this is the glitter, the Snowfall glitter. So I put that on there and tried that. But I will tell you one thing. Don't die cut it after you put that on, because it kind of spread. You know, you learn from your mistakes. And then I use the, what is that dye? The frosted something, what is this? Frosted Frames dye. And I cut that out of the Highland Heather. And I used Winkostella just on the flowery part of it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it glittering a little bit. And then use some of my adhesive back sequins. And did I put something? Yeah, and then I put hoping this season builds heartwarming memories, Merry Christmas, and then I stamped some snowflakes in the Highland Heather. But I wanted to start playing a little bit with some of the Christmas stuff and see what I can come up with. So I obviously wasn't too much into Christmas that day because this is all I came up with. But obviously yesterday I was on game when I started playing with all this stuff. And actually, as I was finishing up this one was coming to my mind. So I did this one today because I wanted to use that new die with the script on it. So that's that for the week. Remember, class September 22nd at noon. Let me know if you're going to make it. There's the hostess code in the corner. If you want to order anything, please feel free to just use that hostess code. If your order is over $150 though, please don't use the hostess code because you will get special little things from Stampin' Up. If you place an order over $150, you will get $15 in free Stampin' Up product. And I think that is it for the week. Trying to get some videos up. I don't know how well I'm going to do. I'm still trying to get the last week's Facebook Live up. I finally got 2 weeks ago's done. Saturday morning I sat with my computer until it died, trying to get everything caught up and try and get everything done. So it takes, trying to work full time and trying to be creative and trying to do the computer work takes a lot. But I'm doing it. I have more fun being the creative, so let me play with my stuff and I'll get the computer stuff done when I can. But I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I think that's all I did this week. I did get last week's cards, the garden green. I finally got those cards and all the measurements on my blog, the sapphirepapercrafts.com. So if you need the measurements for those are all on there. That's it for the week. Has anybody got anything? Anything you want to share? Any questions, comments? Hopefully they're not froze up again. They seem to be scrolling pretty good. But that's it for the week. If you need help with anything, please don't hesitate to call me or to email me. lindasabraski915@gmail.com, and I will answer you right away, and we will go from there. So everybody have a good week. Happy Labor Day, and I will see you guys next Monday at 8 o'clock. Have a good one. Bye.